Her name is Rio, and she, I don't know. What is it? Dances on the sand? Welcome to Fabulous
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Putting my eyes on.
I should have been downstairs playing moolah this whole time.
No.
I would have been rolling.
Okay, so it
Bank
is,
rolling.
do you not realize what you do? Like
I'm-
you talk, right, and then you
I
come
have
to a
a-
stop.
Okay.
And so then I assume, okay, I'm gonna now I
just
can
a-
speak, and then he keeps going, and then he stops again. So then I'm like, okay.
Wait for a longer pause, and then that means I'm done.
All right, we're gonna wait for awkward long pauses.
Okay.
All right, so it is. What's today? Today's Thursday, June 25th.
5th.
5th. And so we slept in today. We got up at 11 a.m. because we went to bed at 4:30 a.m.
We are in an Estes time zone there.
Alright guys, so this is one of those things where one day is bleeding into the next.
This time.
I could have kept going. I could have anesthetized.
You know what? I just.
It's just after 9 a.m. I'm still up. But we're counting this for the previous day because I obviously haven't gone to bed yet or anything like that.
When we were hanging out with Kino Kid and Candace over at the plaza, and we were just doing our little slot play there, I didn't think it was already like 1 in the morning.
Oh, I could have just.
It felt like it was only 10 o'clock at night.
I could have zombied into the daytime.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah. So anyway, I'm too old for this. So we're going to just head over to. We're gonna walk over to Pizza Rock. I know we were there yesterday with Kino Kid and Candace, but yeah, I just there's not a lot. I mean, there's stuff open, but yeah, I'm just craving Pizza Rock. I just want to feel like I got my fill of it.
Yeah.
You're so full of it. So anyway, we're gonna go there, and then we're just gonna go hit up Golden Gate.
We haven't been, which
Sunday,
is
Monday, Tuesday,
ridiculous.
Wednesday, we're like 4.5 days into our trip, and we haven't stepped foot into Golden Gate. That is
Sacrilegious.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that. Waste some time, and we have 4:30 reservations at the Golden Steer.
Ah.
So we're gonna have a nice steak dinner.
With
Celebrate.
Frankie and the boys.
With Frankie and the boys, we're gonna celebrate his birthday that we didn't get to celebrate in March because we had reservations for Golden Steer on a Thursday. And as everything started shutting down, we got that text, sorry, we're closed. So I'm glad we get to redeem ourselves today and go have some steak at the Golden Steer. And then, and then we have our Plaza virtual slot pool at 7 p.m. So today's just kind of a take it easy, enjoy downtown kind of a day, have a nice steak dinner. Oh, and then after the Plaza, stupid me, forgot to squeeze in Craft Steak. So we're going to have a late night snack over at Craft Steak. So we made reservations at 10 p.m.
Because 2 Cent can't get enough of
the
meat.
meat.
Eat my meat.
Can't get enough of meat. That was crazy.
Horny Mike gave us these, which was super nice.
Yeah.
His meat. He's given us his meat.
Yeah.
To put in our mouth.
And you know what? And since we closed out.
Turkey.
I mean, since we forgot.
And nuts, guys. Too. Uh-oh. Eat my nuts. Alright. Go! Because I literally went over there to say that. Go!
Okay, so we forgot.
That was perfect. Do that every time.
Talking.
No, but that was perfect.
Like a
Do that
TV
every
show.
time. Exactly. Yeah.
Upstairs,
I'll
you.
do that. That'll be your cue to talk.
Upstairs, you.
All right.
All right, so we forgot to close out last night. So basically, what happened? When did we last speak with them?
Who?
Our peeps.
I don't know.
I guess
Plaza.
we were playing some slots at Plaza. So you guys saw that. yeah, we just weighed our way down at El Cortez, and Kino Kid and Candace took off back to Bellagio, and we'll see him again on Friday. And that's basically it. We just came here, and yeah. You can get some cocktails over at Walk and Fell downtown Las Vegas. I would love to come check this out next trip, or maybe lunch on Saturday.
That ain't gonna happen. I can tell you right now, it ain't gonna happen.
It will happen.
Happy hour. Wednesday through Friday, 4 to 7. $4 Jafs and Lils.
Bridger. This is the new Bridger wing
You've helped create this.
of the Grand Hotel.
Look what your money's gone to.
Your money has gone to the new wing.
I would say Bridger has built totally that top floor.
The top floor, the suites, probably. They're probably going to be called the Bridger Suites.
Bridger Suite.
Bridger. That's what your money is doing for the Grand.
You got a problem, right? You got a Pizza Rock problem.
Oh, I got a major Pizza Rock problem. You could say it's an addiction.
Well, it's better than ordering it back home.
And you can further say, I might need a intervention.
And this, if 2 Cent was a bird, this would be her.
Hey!
Literally just sitting there, tired. That would be the bird version of you.
You're a... I'm a boy.
A bird?
Hey, but you know what though? Getting old isn't easy.
That's why I don't do it. I'm a young whippersnapper. I'm bebopping and scatting all over the place.
You're such an idiot, dude. So yeah, whatever.
Diddle-it.
Pizza Rock. We're back.
Circa.
But this time, I have to say, we have a gift card that Richard Chu sent us.
Thank you, Richard Chu.
Thank you so much, Richard Chu.
May you be blessed with luck and happiness.
May you be blessed with many fucking pancakes.
Yes.
That's what I
We've officially made it. Back to Pizza Rock.
said. Yes.
Rerun.
Take 2.
What are we getting this time?
I like that margarita.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can get that.
And some balls or no? That's too
Yeah.
much because we have to eat again.
Reservations at 4:30. By the time we get our food, it'll be 5. It's like 1 right now.
Probably.
We can share meatballs.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, so we wanted to refresh our memory about these meatballs. Compare them to Capo's meatballs, which we just had the other day. We remember these being really good.
Definitely, but man, Capo's really spoiled me with those meatballs, guys. I cannot recommend those meatballs more.
Yes.
I can't recommend them enough. So, let's do this.
Alright, I'm trying to ball. They're good. They're great, but Capo's.
Yeah, we've been spoiled.
Now that I compare it, it's a little bit more, it's a little bit harder. It doesn't just fall apart.
Yeah.
And Capo's had more flavor.
Yeah,
But
there was
I
a
love the
spice to
sauce
it.
here. I would eat
It's
these
good,
all day long.
yeah. Like if you don't want something, you know, it's not like I'm saying that the ones at
They're
Capo's
different.
are really spicy, but they're not. There's just a spice to it, yes. And they serve them with roasted peppers. These, if you want something just smaller, I guess, lighter, if you will, in taste, these are delicious too. All right, bon appetit. They're delicious too. They are delicious, but my new favorite is Capo's.
They're great. Yeah,
I'm telling you, these are delicious, but Capo's did ruin this for us. Not ruin it like it's bad. It's good. It's really delicious. But yeah, Capo's #1 in my book.
I think I see the pizzas that we ordered stacked up back there. Try to zoom in on it. So the problem we had when we ordered the Pizza Rock online is we were missing one vital piece of the puzzle, which I'll show you over here. We don't have an oven like that, and that's, I think, what we were missing. I think that makes all the difference in the way it tastes. Awesome, thank you. Our go-to was good to me. How did you do?
I was almost up 100. I almost doubled my 100. But then I decided, let's give it a chance. So I'm basically walking away with the 100 I came in. So I broke even.
I'm up 250. I went in for 100. Made some.
Golden Gate.
Got lucky. Golden Gate. Thank you. Because I had no bankroll.
I think I would have kept going, but we have dinner reservations.
Yeah, she would have. All right, off to dinner.
Off to dinner.
Just another sunny day in Southern California. Come and see what you've been missing on a little slice of heaven. It's the only place we're living. It's that West Coast point of view. Easy when it's always summertime fun for you and I. Every attitude. Who cares what the people think? It's been turning kinda gray in Southern California, but I'm allergic to the rain. What happened to euphoria? Don't worry about it, damn thing. I'm too excited. Dark liquor with the palm trees. It's all or nothing, ooh, it's all or nothing. Ignore the signs and socialize. Come and see what you've been missing on a little slice of heaven.
I was going to ask. Online when I booked, I know that we couldn't reserve the Frank Sinatra. Do you have the Frank Sinatra booth available?
It's right behind you.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Oh, there you go.
Okay,
That
thank
was
you.
great.
We've never been here. I was like, we don't know where it's at. Okay, thank you.
There he is, the chairman of the board.
The Frank Sinatra booth.
So in 1979, they added the bar and the front door on this side of the restaurant. So in the old days, the front door was actually on the other side of the building, and there used to be like a booth here and a wall there, and this is the back corner of the restaurant. In the early part of the 60s, the Rat Pack had their residency at the Sands, which is today the Venetian, from 60 to 66. The early part of the 60s, we still have the Jim Crow's laws here in town.
Right.
Sammy Davis, not allowed to dine or lodge at some of the places he would perform.
Terrible.
Amazing, only 60 years ago too.
Yeah.
Right.
So when he finished his set at the Venetian, they would walk him out the back door. He wasn't allowed to stay there. So he'd come over here and have a meal with us, and he'd wait for the rest of the guys to get off work. But by law, he had to sit in the back corner of the restaurant. So right here, this is Sammy Davis' booth.
Yes.
When the rest of the guys got off work, they wanted to join Sammy in the same section that he had to sit in, rather than the main section as well. Especially Frank Sinatra. He was super adamant about letting everybody know. So they asked us to make these nameplates to adorn their tables. And it started this trend that you weren't really an A-lister until you had your own table, the Golden Steer. So every table is all adorned with different celebrity nameplates where they all sat.
That's
so
awesome.
King Martin, Frank Sinatra, the most important booth in the restaurant, Joey Bishop. Around the way we have John Wayne, Joe DiMaggio, Clint Eastwood. There's Marilyn Monroe over there. You see her beautiful face. Mario Andretti. And then in the corner is one of the county sheriff of Las Vegas. His name is Ralph Lamb. You can see that Wild West gun set wrapped in red velvet was actually donated to the restaurant when he retired in 1979. So that adorns his table today.
That's cool.
The original owner, Joe Kalugian, had some connections to the mafia, as you can imagine, here in Las Vegas, right? Did you ever see the movie Casino?
Of
Yeah.
course.
All right. So the character that Joe Pesci played in the film was a real-life person. His name is Tony the Ant Spilotro. Back in the day, he was the owner of the gift shop inside of Circus Circus,
Right.
as well as a little jewelry store called the Gold Rush Jewelry, right next door to us, where like the Lucky Dragon or the Ahern Hotel is today. So when the mob would come to dine here, they'd sneak in the back alley, through a back entrance into their own private dining room that we still use today. It's called the mob room. I'm always careful what I say in there because I'm sure it's bugged by the FBI, but it is super
That's
cool.
so
It is
cool.
super cool. We also have tables for Elvis Presley and Muhammad Ali. They also dined here as well. And we serve a lot of modern celebrities today. So, you know, even in the last year and a half, I've served Nicolas Cage, Miss Kate Blanchett.
So cool.
Yeah, so, and I would say maybe countless others. Randy Couture, great UFC champion. Yeah, I would say countless others we'd be able to serve here. Yeah.
When they come in, do they ever request specific booths? or-
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes. In fact, Nicolas Cage always sits in the John Wayne booth. That's where he likes to sit.
That is so cool.
We have
Tidbits.
a couple of modern celebrities that still have tables here today that dine with us. In fact, our second day open after the closure, Miss Holly Madison actually dined with us.
Wow.
So she has her own table here as well. So yeah. And there's also the impressionist that has a show at the Mirage. His name is Terry Fader. He's
Yes.
one of America's most talented, I
Yes.
believe. And so he comes in with his wife occasionally, and they have their own table here as well. So you never know who you may see here at the Golden
Very
Square,
good.
but it's the
Never know.
original location. It's always been in this strip mall. And yeah.
Man, if Nicolas Cage walked in right now,
Yeah.
my jaw would be.
The last time I served him was a couple of years ago, and it was on a Tuesday night. And just like tonight, actually, where I had this entire section to myself, just without the mannequin, so it was a bit larger even. And he brought in Jerry Lewis's daughter. Her name is Danielle, and Jerry Lewis had passed away the year before, and so he wanted to bring her into one of his old stomping grounds and kind of give her treat her to dinner and experience, you know, one of Jerry Lewis's hangouts. So they sat at the bar tables and they had a couple of cocktails. They came in, sat at John Wayne's booth, and Nick says, "Hey, I love this booth, Carl. Thanks so much for it. But I happened to notice on the other side of the wall, on the bar side, there's a picture of Charles Bronson. What I'd love for you to do for me tonight is take this picture of John Wayne off the wall and switch it for the Charles Bronson picture, because I want to sit at Charles Bronson's table tonight, not the John Wayne booth."
Wow.
Yeah, what a request.
Yeah.
What a request. And I was a bit busier than I really wanted to be, and I didn't have time to move furniture. And I said, "I'm sorry, I'm not able to do that for you. I'm way too busy." He goes, "Listen, it's okay. Just get people fed. Go ahead and get people paid out. Whatever you got to do, we'll sit here and drink. When you finally move the picture, that's when we'll order." I'm like, he's not taking no for an answer.
Yeah.
It's okay.
His way of
So
saying,
now,
"Mm,
yeah,
you're doing
yeah.
it."
He's like, "I'm a multi-millionaire. I do what I do."
Yeah.
So I went to the manager and I said, there's this, you know, please help me out here. And they said, "Yeah, we have another reservation behind that table. I can't let him sit there for 3 hours and not move along, so I need to get involved." So I came over and I said, "I'll compromise with you. We'll take the Charles Bronson picture off the wall and we'll put it next to you on the booth so you can sit next to Charles Bronson." He said, "Perfect. That is perfect." He then proceeded to talk to the picture of Charles Bronson as if he was alive and dining with him for about 8 to 10 minutes.
Wow.
I was sitting at there used to be water pictures right here. So I was
That's
sitting here
awesome.
looking at him. And at this point, Danielle is pretty much passed on the table after her 5th martini. She is pretty much done. So it's just him and Charles talking, and he wanted to let him know that he was a long-lost father figure and didn't get a chance to tell him when he was alive. So he's just belting out to Charles Bronson and telling all the stories about it. And so, like I said,
I think every now and then we find ourselves doing that at some point or another. I mean, I know I do. I mean, not in front of everybody and not in the picture, but yeah.
I thought about it on the way home, and I thought, well, if you're worth probably a few $100 million over the course of your life, you're probably not entertained by some of the small things that you want to be entertained about anymore. It's like your head pops off the pillow each day, and you go, "What can I get away with today?" You know.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I let him off the hook, and I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
But he gave me one of the best tips of my life, and I will move furniture anytime he wants to come back. So it's all good.
Yeah,
It's all
It's
good.
all good. Yeah, it all works out, man. So there's just a few other stories here at the Golden Steer. So
That is really
yeah, it's
cool.
just an amazing place. The walls could talk.
Yeah.
We would,
Indeed, indeed.
we'd be all night.
I've only been here since 2016, so I'm still one of the new guys, if you can believe it. We have a couple of our waiters who've been here since 1990, and they have plenty of stories.
Oh, I could imagine.
Yeah.
Did they ever? Well, there's no piano or anything here. But
There used to be.
There used to be?
There used to be, yeah. It was in the lounge area, and then we just got a little busier than we were in years past, and they said, well, you know, if there's demand for additional seating, unfortunately the piano must go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that one for a while. In fact, in 2017 was the busiest year they'd ever had, and so they renewed their lease for another 25 years. So it's going to be here for a long time to come, as long as we endure this, pandemic and all that. So, but yeah, everything's good for us. Yeah.
We just love the ambiance and the nostalgia.
Yeah.
The original company that wrapped these booths are still in business today. So whenever we have any repairs done, it's in the same style of material it was originally. So it really does feel exactly like it did back in the day when Frank sat here.
Wow.
I could see why they don't have it.
Very cool.
Another thing I learned about Frank that I thought was really unique is that he was super paranoid about being assassinated. So he went everywhere with like 6 bodyguards.
Wow.
Those 6 bodyguards would sit in this invisible booth I was talking about. And Frank would actually sit just about where you're sitting, so he could have a line of sight to the area where customers might come around the corner.
Yeah.
They'd be stopped by the bodyguard, they'd have a look over at Frank. If he knew them, they could approach. But if he didn't know who they were, they couldn't get any closer than right there. That was close they would get to
That's
Frank.
so cool.
Yeah, so
Oh
that's
my
something
goodness.
I thought was kind of
Right,
interesting
I
too.
feel extra special now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me if
Spirit
you
of
know
Frank is
anybody
with you,
from-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
That's
torn
so
between either Frank, Sammy's, or Dean's booth. But if I had wanted to sit in Dean's, it's closed off right now because of the social distancing.
Right, exactly.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, every other booth has to be blocked off with the guidelines, precisely.
But if you were Nicolas Cage, you could get those 2 guys over
To
here,
come sit
and
over
then
here
you
next
could,
to
Yeah, I'm sure you can join them. If you,
or join them.
You
Yeah.
may have to just block off these 2 booths instead. But, yeah, I think you probably let them do it. They keep wanting to. That's so funny.
Yeah, we love this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we love about coming to Vegas, though, too. Even our game is blackjack, and even if we have a bad game, it's just sitting with people and meeting them, coming from all over. It's just the discussions you get in with them, and just learning more about the history of it all. So
great.
I really appreciate it.
It's weird to think like somebody that has so much history with this city, Frank Sinatra, just sat here.
Almost
It's
like
strange.
where I sat.
It's strange. You know, like what conversations happened here and what did they talk about? How was the show they played that day? Were they tired? You know, it's just crazy, and it was just a different time period. You know, it's just neat. It's neat to have the chance to do something like this. So I would say highly recommend it if you're on this Las Vegas trip like we are. The classics. I would come to do this.
Yeah, we haven't tried the steak yet.
Yeah. But just the vibe.
That's a mean steak knife. It's heavy and thick. Look at
It's
that.
a John Wayne steak knife. So we ordered the Tomahawk. It's big. It is big. That's a long bone.
So
She said.
this is a special. It's 175, okay? But you get the tomahawk, which is good for 2 people. And you get 2 sides. The 2 sides we went with were the creamy spinach. That's the one I chose. And then Hog went with the baked potato with everything on the side. Sour cream, butter.
Looks like delicious meat though. Can't wait to dig in. Alright. I'm gonna try my steak. The tomahawk steak. Cooked medium.
It's been aged for 30 days. That's what
Yeah,
they
he said something like that.
It's been aged for 30 days.
It is very good, very flavorful.
All right, so I cut into mine. I got the middle pieces. They're not as bloody as the other ones, but we did order it medium. I did cut into it, and it's not as tender, but
The char, the charred part on the outside has a lot of flavor that just, yeah, makes it taste so good.
and it came with like a little pile of salt.
A punch, pinch,
A punch, a pinch.
pinch, punch.
And
Salt.
I did kind of put a little bit too much, but I like salt, so it's great. And then this is the creamy spinach. Try that.
Whoa, that was a reaction I haven't seen.
Oh, I love spinach. This is delicious.
Your dad would be mad at you.
I don't care. He says spinach bleaches the calcium from your bones, but
Popeye.
that's right. Oh, that's good stuff. I think I could finish that. It's delicious. I like it. Would you say this is better than Bazaar Meat? Because in Vegas,
We gotta.
that's been the place that we've enjoyed the steak the best. What would you say?
I think I like Bazaar Meat, but you can't compare it because we got a different taste, a
I-
different flavor.
yeah.
It was like a mustard sauce.
Yeah, you're right.
So I really liked that, but this is great. 100%. You can't compare. Plus the history and the vibe. You just feel it when you walk in.
I highly recommend it.
Yes.
It's
And it is
overall-
reasonable, the price.
The meat's good. It's good. And yeah,
I mean, that's
175 for all of
yeah,
us.
that's a meal. You're not gonna go hungry.
And then don't forget, we do have reservations at Craft Steak tonight at 10
Goddamn.
o'clock. So that's why we went with a shareable type of meal. We're more than likely probably gonna be sharing it at Craft Steak as well.
If I had to rate this meal, is it worth a 2-week quarantine when I get back home? Yes. Yes, it's worth it's definitely worth it.
I agree.
That's the new standard now. So from here on out, we'll tell you if it's worth 2-week quarantine. Because I know some of you, when you fly back home, you're going to have to go into quarantine. So far, yeah, the food places we've gone to on this trip are worth the 2-week quarantine to us.
They've all been good.
Cheers to you, Dean.
Cheers to old Sammy.
Sammy. And Frank.
Blue Eyes.
Blue Eyes. Line of sight, right there.
Yep. I'm sitting exactly where Frankie would sit
That's where Frank.
because of his line of sight. He wanted to see everybody that came walking towards him. I don't blame you.
Send a bottle of champagne over there to Maryland for me. Yeah, right. Got it right on me. It's on me. I'm counting. Ay, ay, ay. What is that? A deli slice?
What the hell is that?
Anybody know what this is? Leave a comment down below. Oh, look, it looks like it's got a. No, I was gonna say like a scale. Dino. And then that's where the coat racks. The fur coats go back there.
Look, you can order it on Google.
Oh, yeah.